Hi, I'm Lauren Francesca.
And I'm Sean C. Phillips.
And I'm Brad Grover, and this is How to Start. Who do we got today, Lauren? You
My
introduce
friend Sean. He came over. We were filming some stuff for our next movie.
Mistletoe Massacre, which we're going to be directing together.
Yeah.
Number 2. Great.
Number 2, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my goodness, can you come on the podcast today?
I know, it just worked out.
That's fantastic. See how things work out in life?
Yeah, Sean, you got to share this to your fans because Sean has a lot of fans, and show everyone how you share real quick. Yeah, sure. So he's gonna go share on to his fans right now. You just press the share button.
Right.
So that's cool.
Nice.
Now we're gonna hear. There, you shared it. Okay. Now it's echoing.
Yes. Now it's shared.
All right.
I love it. Sean, thanks for being on the show. This is number 85, by the way. Lucky 85.
Oh, wow.
Phillips. Yeah. And how did you guys meet back in the day when it all started, and how did it start?
Well, it actually happened on Dave Campbell's Cesar Nato's Deadly Little Christmas, I think is what it's called.
Oh, wow, a Christmas movie.
Christmas. Oh, it was a Christmas.
Now full circle. We're making our own.
Yeah, so that was like, I don't even remember, 2013 maybe. There's a video of it on your channel. If people search,
really,
on your I Want my Lauren channel. If you search Cool Dude, you'll see the video.
Oh wow!
Yes.
Wow, that's so cool.
Instant friends on that.
Well, we kind of like then talked a little bit after that, and then Lauren did something, filmed something for the parody I did for the movie It. And when I did a review of the movie It, I think that was like 2016 or 17. Then we kind of reconnected again. And then when I was doing my first feature, Scream Bloody Murder, I was thinking about who to cast. And then I think you popped in my head. I messaged you and you said yes, like with like the same day. So then that was kind of what started the whole thing.
Oh my God, that's fantastic. And the rest is history.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so great. By the way, Sean, I have to mention something. I did a movie, your first directorial debut together. Mm-hmm. And I found out something about you, Sean. You didn't look this good at all your life. You lost a lot of weight.
I used to be really heavy. Like I think 456 was the heaviest I used to be. Wow. So when I met Lauren originally, I was probably like 400 something. So I'm sure she might even remember there was the same person because it's so different.
Well, you were also a lot younger too.
Yes. But the thing that's so funny though is if you look at the video, I still wear the same stuff. Even after the weight loss, I still wear the same type of shirt, the same pants. Nothing's changed with the styles.
Why did you lose weight? Why did you decide?
Well, I had like a really bad health scare. I ended up getting cellulitis in my one left leg, and I had to go to the hospital for it. And I didn't know what it was. So then it was like this terrible thing that started spreading up my leg. And I had to stay there overnight while they fighted it. And I had all these sort of weird visions of myself. Ended up back in the hospital after a stroke. So I kind of that night I realized it was okay. I'm going to change. So right after that, I just basically went and changed everything. Changed my diets, cut sodas out, started counting calories. Eventually started going to the gym. So that was kind of all that it was that one health scare that kind of like kicked my ass into gear to do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was your epiphany. That was your epiphany moment. I'm going to die or I'm going to lose weight.
That's what it was.
How long did it take you to lose weight? How long did it take?
I started in June 2014, and then probably within a year, it was probably where I got down to the weight, I would say.
Wow. That's amazing.
About a year, yeah.
Shawnee, that's great, buddy. You're a ladies' man. You're a handsome guy. We got to find you a girlfriend.
Yeah.
You have a girlfriend. Are you looking? Are you actively taking applications?
Trying to. It's just I was just so heavy before. I didn't like have any confidence with anything. So it was just kind of like a weird thing with me now.
Do you have confidence now?
Much more than I did. It was
now he's a big director, so he's
doing these movies and
Sean, we're gonna find you a nice looking lady, all right, buddy? And we're gonna rock her world because she's gonna meet you.
Yeah,
you're a good guy, buddy. You're a good guy. I mean it. You guys were so good together as directors. I mean, thank you for having me. I got to work with Tom Sizemore,
I know you said you always wanted to work with Tom, so I'm really glad you got it worked out for you to have and the scenes with you together are hilarious. When people see it, I don't know what they're gonna think. It's ridiculous.
Oh, great! I hope I gave you what you wanted.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
It was a good thank you. I mean, he is a real character, I'll tell you. But I learned a lot from him. I mean, being with a guy like that in many different dimensions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was very. But you guys, I have to say, I've told Lauren this. You guys handled it like pros. You know, it's not just acting or directing. It's everything that goes on a set. All the fires you have to put out, right? I mean, there are things.
It's true.
You're like, what? You know. And by the way, where did you find that Jewish guy Solomon? What a character!
Carl Solomon. No, I discovered him from
the Sailor Solomon.
No, he worked on these movies with Jim Hastings, who made this movie called The Greasy Strangler and Evening with Beverly Luff Lynn. And I saw those movies, and then I was
the Greasy Strangler. Was that up for an Academy Award? Right?
No, it wasn't. No, but from seeing them, I saw a show that Carl was a star of on Adult Swim called Tropical Cocktails. And when I saw that, I was like, "This is amazing." And just from seeing that, when I was directing the Screen Bloody Murder, I was like, I just kind of just on a whim contacted people that I thought would be funny in the movie, and that was kind of how I reached out to them. And it's basically like Carl is a good luck charm. I feel like any movie I ever do, Carl will always be in it. He's one of those kind of
he was really just outside when we were rehearsing. He walked up to us, and I'm like, "Wow, he is great." he's a real character. But
I kind of feel like the movies that we're doing are almost like, Ed Wood, because Ed Wood had a group of people that he always worked with, and I kind of feel like these films are almost like we're kind of like Ed Wood's, where we have these people that are always teaming up with us, we're always working with, in the same way that Kevin Smith works with the same people again and again. And I know you work with Adam Sandler, and he works with the same people again and again. I kind of like that when you have certain people that you really like and just keep working with them.
It's fun. It's like a family, and we all get to hang out. And of course, I was like, Sean, we have to use Brad.
I know.
And I was scared Brad wasn't going to do it, but he did. So.
I know, because I had just watched you, Brad, on the Curb Your Enthusiasm, and thought you stole the show on that.
Thank you. I really am humbled by that. Working with Lauren. Lauren's my buddy. She wanted me for something. I'm there. No questions asked. I mean, forget about money and all that stuff. Working with friends and having fun. I mean, that's what it's all about, And I had a great time. I mean, I was on your movie for like a day, I don't know, 6-7 hours. It was so much fun. Forget about acting, just watching everybody. Man, you had some real characters on that set.
I know.
So many great sets, and I tell you, it was really an experience. I had a really good time, and I think you two are going to do great things together. I really do. You guys are going to move up the ladder real fast because you work really well together. You guys know. I mean, what you lack, Sean, Lauren makes up for, and vice versa. That's where you come as a team really good. Really well. I mean,
she likes to have the same kind of weird sense of humor, which some people would give big kickback to this crazy humor. And what we had going on. It's out there humor, which I like that Lauren likes the same kind of humor and doesn't kick back and go, "Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. That's too crazy."
Well, some of the stuff. Some we cannot mention right now on the live stream.
The one.
She had to put a stop to it.
Yeah.
There was some great stuff, but you know what? You do it all in editing, right? You just slice it up, clean it up. When is your movie coming out? Tell me all about it.
Wendy, I don't know. You were working on the trailer, so the trailer should be coming really soon, within the next week and a half or so. So we should have that. But the movie, hopefully, we'll have it totally done editing by the summer, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, and then sooner.
Hopefully sooner, and then. We'll take it around to distributors and stuff. We've already had people that were interested as it is messaging us. So we're just basically going to get around to see who has the best, offers and all that type of stuff.
Oh, we got some of your fans on here commenting. Hey, big Sean fan.
Oh, hey, Timothy.
And then we got another one. Yo, Juder.
How's it going, Jacob?
Jesus, Shawnee, that's fantastic.
So guys who are new, Sean is a huge YouTuber. That's how we met. We both got hired to be in the movie because we're both YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a big YouTuber, but he did his first movie in May, and now is up to number 6.
Yep.
So
Mr. Swim Massacre will be the 6th.
So it's kind
That's
of amazing.
How many movies have
you've been in all of them now too?
Yeah.
Sean, how many movies have you done to date?
For acting, it's probably been over 200 things throughout the years, because
Wow.
I do a lot of weird cameos too, where people ask me to shoot something. So like people in the UK make like a movie about like a killer leprechaun. They're like, oh, we need someone to play the expert, on the kill or on leprechaun. So they send me the lines, and it's usually like this whole gigantic monologue thing about talking about the leprechaun. So I've done a lot of those type of things too, probably like a dozen of those kind of self-film kind of things too.
You have a recipe. You guys have a recipe. Very interesting. I learned a lot. You let people invest in your films and let them be in the film. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is that
we do? Yes, we have we do it all through crowdfunding. So we have different kind of like perks on the films where people can pay into the project and come out and act in the film, and have a role. And then they can come out and act with the celebrities in the scenes, all that kind of stuff. And we've done like producer perks, so people get their name in the credits and the opening and closing credits, and all those kind of things as well.
That's so genius. That's wonderful. People who've always wanted to be in the business, or actors that have had tough time maybe finding stuff for their reel. They find a project, they find someone like you guys, and they can be in that movie or in that project. That's great. And were there a lot of people in the Witch movie that
we had a lot of people through that got the acting perks in the project, and that's the main thing that really helps make the movies possible. So it's like it's a thing that I'm so thankful for, the people that have continuously helped, because they wouldn't happen, like the movies wouldn't exist without people helping. So I appreciate it beyond words.
And they're all really nice people.
They are.
Too.
I mean, like, there's so many people who've been so cool. I mean, like, they do a great job. And like you said, it's people that are really trying to really want to get in front of the camera, or really want a really different experience. Because it's some people that either really want to be an actor and, want to, kind of continue to grow their credits. And then it's some people that really just kind of want a fun experience. So you have a mixture of people that really want to pursue acting, or people that just want to come out and see what it's like to be in a film. And then sometimes people really enjoy it and then kind of want to come back for the other ones.
And just hang out. Yeah. Some people just pay to kind of sit behind the scenes and do behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, and they help out on set. It's like it's like a
reunion too, because it's like every time we get back together, it's like it's
like a party.
It really is.
It's a fun party to hang out with people, and it's now I'm happy that Brad's going to be part of it. We're going to make
you'll have to talk to my my manager, Ruben Kincaid. I don't know if I can do it. Absolutely. No, I think you guys together are like the secret sauce. You really work well. I hope you guys stay together and make many, many films and go up the ladder and make more. The budgets get bigger and better, and you can.
Well, that's the plan, is like to keep on continuously getting better equipment and just keep growing and having more crew on the set and more makeup people and all these type of things. Just little by little, just keep going up and up and up.
Don't you think? Do you guys believe casting in front of the camera and in back of the camera is important to keep the right people on the set? People that cause drama is not good for a set, correct? Can you talk about that?
No, that's true. I mean, like, we learn, on any movie, like, you always kind of have certain people. If you have a problem or something, you learn, maybe we can't work with that person. Because it's like, what happens too is, if there ever is like a drama or something like that happens, it throws off the whole vibe of the set.
Everyone else starts feeding in,
and then it's hard to come out of that and get people back on board sometimes if it's too intense.
And that's what's great about when we work together, is we really only hire our friends that we know are cool and that we've worked with before. And we just make sure that, everybody's cool that we work with. And everyone has been great.
Yeah,
we really haven't had any
problems. No, we've been really lucky. And, we've never had people like that didn't show up, or I've never had anybody like come to set and go, I don't want to do this, I quit. I've never had anything like that. Never had any big problems.
We did have some issues though with because of COVID. Some people tested positive.
So they couldn't come to set.
So we had to have everyone send us their tests before they came to set. So some of the people we had to recast, and that was kind of hard.
That was scary, I know.
We had to change some things, but thank God we did it, because I don't want to be responsible for getting anyone sick. So we had to be strict and, just aware of it, because we, even though it doesn't feel like a pandemic, we're still kind of in a pandemic.
No, we work with people all ages and stuff too. Like, so we don't want to like risk anyone getting sick or bringing it home. So on the last one, we were really, especially since the numbers were so up at that time.
Yeah,
we were really stricter than ever. Like
making sure they sent tests.
Yeah, we had to see it, and if people didn't see it, get theirs tested. We had a test on site that they could do, and they had to administer.
We had to like not let them inside.
They couldn't come inside, and they had to take a picture of it and text it to the one person on set, and it was a whole big thing. Yes.
It's like a movie behind the movie, right?
Exactly.
No, we could have had on this last one. I wish we had like a full behind the scenes just to see all the COVID stuff and the just different stuff that goes on.
The next one, that'll be a perk. Someone could be our behind the scenes
person. Yeah, because I feel like on some of these movies, especially ours, you really would want to see a full behind the scenes, because there is so many things. The last one though was just
I saw some of them. Yeah,
that it almost killed us. The last one, just from the location was amazing, but it was all hills. So anytime you have to get something, you'll go, oh, we forgot something. We have to run up the hill, run back down the hill, go back up the hill. It was insane.
Wow. So Jacob wants to know, what are you working on now?
Well, right now we're planning the newest film, Mistletoe Massacre, which is going to be our next one. And we just filmed just finished a few minutes ago shooting the Indiegogo video for that. And we're going to be launching the campaign probably I think in like a little over a week or so, week and a half or so, we'll be going live.
Yeah, and also we're editing the trailer
right now for Woods Witch.
The trailer for Woods Witch.
And that's going to be up very, very soon. You guys will see that too. Probably should be in time for the campaign to go live. You guys
very exciting, yeah.
I can't wait to see it.
It's so funny, Brad. I was looking through the footage of you. That's what I did on Valentine's Day. I sat with an editor with Sean's amazing editor Eric for about 6 hours. This poor guy on Valentine's Day. I just, I was like, okay, well, can I see that clip of Sally Kirkland again? And oh, we got to cut. We can't have Tom Sizemore saying this thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, he said a lot of things. Yeah.
He said a lot of things. Yeah. He was wild.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Beyond wild. Trust me. I've been a fan of his for so long, and to work with him, it was like, this is like surreal.
He was kind of going full Natural Born Killers in the jail cell.
Oh,
he really was.
I had to be his handler. The one thing great about your sets is it's kind of like the Rams who won the Super Bowl. When one person goes down, somebody steps up. When another person has a little bit of a problem, is on the IR, until they're better, somebody steps in. Everybody stepped in on your film where you needed it the most, and I saw that with my own eyes. It was just amazing in that one day. I can just imagine what happened on the other days I wasn't there, Yes. But it was so much fun. It was so great to be a part of, because that's really what it is. A movie or a TV, it's all about the crew, I believe. They keep us going. Actors can go and they take a nap, but the crew's there, 14 hours a day, really working hard, and you guys surround yourself with some of the best people. So I'm excited to work with you guys in the future. And I really hope, because Lauren's hair is looking much better every day, that you guys continue, and it just grows and grows and grows and just gets better and better. Oh, by the way, Sean, we ask everybody on our show something. What was your first job ever? Not talking about the business. Like when you were a small, like me, fat kid in San Diego, what was your first job? Did you work at McDonald's?
I think
before you lost all that weight. What was your first job? Like your parents said, get a job.
It was a Halloween store, Spirit Halloween. That was the very, very first.
Oh, that's interesting.
Nice. Yeah, so Spirit Halloween, and I was basically there setting up the whole store. I think it was like 2007 or 2006, something like that. And I was like set up the whole store. Took everything out of the boxes, and then every time they would be like, oh, I put the whole display together, they'd be like, oh, we don't really like in this spot, you need to move it all over here. And then I have to take everything down and redo it and all that. So I was basically there through the whole process of that. And then I think I got fired because the guy that drove me was late. So I got fired after the first time. I was there for probably about a month and a half, but that was the first job.
That's great. See?
Yeah.
Parents got you out there in the workforce. That's good. Mm-hmm. Taught you all your good habits. That's so nice, man. I love it. Yeah. And what was the first movie you ever directed?
The first one was first
yeah.
movie, because did shorts. So I guess the first movie that was like a short, that was like a horror film, was I think it was Lust for Blood, which is on Treasure Chest of Horrors, is what it's on. It's on an anthology. It's either on Treasure Chest of Horrors 1 or Treasure Chest of Horrors 2. I know it's on Amazon if you want to see it. That was probably around the same time I was working at the Halloween store, is when we did those.
So you your Halloween store was like who direct their director who's the guy who worked in the video store?
Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino worked in the video store. You worked in the Halloween store.
And then I worked after that. Before I moved out here, I think I was there from 2008. In 2008, 2010, I worked in the movie theaters. So I was there too, seeing all that stuff, and it was an interesting place to work because I was in Baltimore, so you would see kind of all these people come in all the time. So you'd see like Ray Lewis all the time from the Ravens. You'd see the one that I like to see was John Waters. So he came in there every so often. So that was surreal, seeing him and seeing what movies he was seeing.
You ever see Fast Times at Ridgemont High? One of my favorites.
I did, yeah.
You're like Mark Ratner. You're like the Ratner, the assistant to the assistant manager.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. I know.
Okay, that's great. I love it. So, do you guys both act in all your films too, or just direct?
Yeah, I act in everything, and that's the thing that I really like too, because I've been acting pretty much the same amount of time that Lauren has, but when it comes to directing your own stuff, what I really enjoy though is getting to play different roles that I haven't really gotten the chance to do in films that I've been hired to do. Because a lot of times people wouldn't give me the chance to do some of this kind of stuff, or wouldn't see me in this kind of a role, or think that I could do it. So it's like I've gotten to really shake things up with acting wise. Like the Amityville Shark House, the one that I directed, I play like a character that's kind of like a mix of like Beetlejuice mixed with Drop Dead Fred, mixed with Freddy Krueger. Like I never in my life thought I would be able to play something like that. And it's just like, it was surreal to get to do these things now.
You guys do. Okay. Now it's a different segment of our show. We ask, when we have guests like this who are sitting next to each other and they work together, what is the reason you work with the beautiful Lauren Francesca? And then we'll go back to you. So why do you work with Lauren Francesca? What does she bring to the party for you as a friend and as a colleague?
Well, I think Lauren's helped me through a lot of like problems too. And like, we've discussed a lot of things that we've had. There's been a lot of like just weird things in the world that she's definitely helped me through. And also she brings a positive energy to the set, which is what you really need. And you need somebody, if you're going to work with somebody, that brings positivity. And Lauren doesn't bring anything negative. And I've had people, that come to sets or around and just stuff that I've acted in throughout the years that are really negative. And then the experience can kind of get ruined. And I've never had anything with Lauren get ruined. Everything has been positive. We haven't had any disagreements or any big fights on the projects. And I can't say that with everybody I've worked with in the past. So it's like, so I definitely feel like too, we have a similar sense of humor about things and a similar sense of what we want to go in career wise. And there's even been things where I was mentioning something, a joke or something, and then she's texts the same exact thing right as I'm writing it. So it's like we're definitely on the same page when it comes to the humor and what we want to do with the projects and the way we want to elevate together as well with the movies. Because we don't want to be stuck in the same level. We want to keep going up. Because I think that's the biggest thing. You don't want to ever go down. And I know that Lauren doesn't want to go down. I think she's going to honestly put my ass into high gear to do bigger things and to not accept small and not stay where I am. And she's going to help me, I think, continue to grow.
I think that's so important as a friend to keep pushing and helping one another. What about you, Lauren? What does Sean bring to the party?
Me and Sean kind of have a similar upbringing in terms that we've been doing videos online for so long.
I know.
And when I was doing the first one, it's really easy for me to act with Sean because he improvs and I'm good at improv. So whenever you work with somebody who can just improv and they don't because sometimes we'll be working with someone, they'll just be like,
oh, I know.
Yeah, but Sean is like, he'll come back with something and make it even funnier. And I just have so much fun going back and forth with him where I feel like, yeah, these movies we're doing are really low budget, but I think, wow, we can really make a really funny, memorable movie if we just keep getting better and better and getting bigger and bigger. For this next one, I've convinced Sean. I was like, we need a better camera.
Yeah,
we need makeup. We need
a makeup
more.
artist.
Yeah, we need more. And it's hard because we're using such a low budget. But at the same time, I feel like Sean is so funny and he's really good at putting a cast together where we can get these movies to bigger places. Which I was impressed. All the people that he got were all like big names. It was really cool.
I know. And that's like you said, Brad, it's true. It's like when it comes to improv, there's very few people that I've ever encountered working with that I can bounce back and forth with besides Lauren. It's like, I sort of feel like we're almost like, remember Eating Raoul? I almost feel like those two together, like they would always together as a team and could improv and were kind of weird together. And I almost feel like we can do that same type of stuff. Like if I ever had the ability to remake Eating Raoul, we would be, I think, perfect for that movie.
Yeah. You guys have the same comic sensibilities, which is so important because some people are like, and this and that, I'd rather do it this way and that way.
No, and if I go in a weird direction, she continues in the same direction, which is funny. Some people will go like make a face and it won't work. The humor, everything works. It goes back and forth and she goes the same type of stuff. I don't know. It just, it flows very well. And like you said, a lot of people cannot improvise. No. And it can be very awkward and you have to kind of work with people. And we even learn, because we do a lot of improv, the biggest thing for teaching people is basically the biggest thing is you just have to act the way you would react. If you were in a situation, react what you would do. Don't worry about what you think it has to be scripted there. Worry about what you would do. If you see someone getting killed, what would you do? You know what I mean? How would you react to this?
It's all natural. Everything should be natural, like we're talking right now. And people are like, wow, that is cool. That's funny. I can relate to that because that happened to me last week, And the other thing is you guys have no egos on set. Everybody, even, from the Tom Sizemore, he was so cool and so down to earth and so like lovable and like, it's like great. I mean, he was complimenting me. I'm like, are you, I thought he was just like so easy to work with. And you guys were, and the give and take, and we moved on to the next scene. You could spend days on one scene, but you guys get what you want, know what you want, and we move on, which is fantastic,
No, I remember one of the movies I did early on, the guy, like out of every take, he would do like 8 or 9 takes. So he's like, oh, back to one. And then it'd be these long scenes. It was like, okay, let's do it again. So there's nothing worse than when you have something, doing it exactly the same again and again. Because especially with improv, you're kind of know within the first like 3 takes, what you have with it. And then you kind of know if you like the way it's gone, or you go, okay, let's do a little bit more with this, kind of go more in this direction and keep going. Or sometimes with improv, it can go in such a weird direction, you kind of have to cut and start over if it starts going really weird.
Absolutely. I want to make a suggestion, which I like to do. I'm a big Lauren Francesca fan. I don't just do her podcasts. I watch her lives and all the stuff she does. She cleans up her room when she does all her nonsense. Well, it's really time to make a decision, Lauren. I need you to put John Travolta and I Love Lucy that you got at the thrift store, the thrift in back of you. That John Travolta signed autograph picture is so classic. And the I Love Lucy's got to go up because you remind me of I Love Lucy. I Love Lucy was this beautiful woman who was the goofiest goof of them all. And you are a beautiful woman, but the goofiest goof of them all. But see, there it is. There it is. One more time. One more time. Yes, there it is. Yes. 3 sneezes in a row. That means good luck. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I think we say, Sean C. Phillips, thank you for being on the show.
Everyone follow Cool Duder on YouTube, and Sean C. Phillips on Facebook.
Sean C. Phillips on Facebook.
Cool Duder on Instagram.
Got it going on. The guy is going places. Lauren, you're going places. I'm going places. I got to go pick up some milk for my mother. But I say something. This has been show number 85, and I'm Brad Grunberg.
I'm Lauren Francesca.
And I'm Sean C.
Phillips. We'll see you next time on How to Start. Thanks,
Bye.
you guys. Love you.
Bye.